I really love this movie, and obviously it's based on a TV film that Guillermo grew up watching and loved. I was curious if you were familiar with that movie, and then if you could talk a little bit about Troy and Guillermo's vision for this film.
I wasn't familiar with that. When I came on board for our version of it, Troy pointed it out to me, and I had a look at a little bit of it, but then I didn't feel like I really wanted to go down that road. The sense that I got was that Guillermo and Troy really had a very specific kind of idea about wanting to make this as scary as they possibly could. And I think that really was down to the tension and also the characters, the little creatures that they created. So, and it was interesting because when you're working on something like this, you don't see those creatures. You see a few drawings and maybe a little model, and then you carry on making the movie as you do, and they're going to be inserted later. So for me, it was really more about just making a good drama about, a father who isn't great with his daughter. And so it was really a story about that for me while we were shooting it, Charlie, say hello to Mr. Harris.
Nice to meet you.
Bailey, you mentioned, she's so wonderful in the movie, and obviously I don't know that you could make this picture without finding the right girl for that part. Could you talk about the chemistry between you two and maybe a little bit about the relationship between the father and the daughter?
Well, look, she was brilliant. I mean, she's so mature and so adult, and really had kept us on our toes. She's fantastic, and it was a little tough sometimes because I had to play a guy who wasn't particularly nice to her, wasn't particularly great with her, and she was taking all of this on board, so I had to sort of work at making sure that things were good between us offset, so you forget too when people are so young that they're pretty sensitive, so yeah, I had to work on being a nice actor, a nice sort of actor dad as opposed to the character dad that I was actually playing.